I'm Roy Logan. I'm here at the Logan County Herald today, and I'm a great friend of mine, Andy Haig, who is Executive Director for Lincoln Logan Chamber of Commerce. She brings so much to our community. Gosh, what a gift you are.
Thanks, Roy.
And we're going to talk about Balloon Fest. And we have done this together for how many years?
This will be number 5 for me.
Yeah. And the Park District, we've always been heavily involved, and it's, in all sincerity, it's one of my most favorite weeks of the summer. It's hard work. It's so different from what I usually do. You know, it's an entire week of trucks and trailers and backing into barns and hauling and toting, and but it's a good time, isn't it?
It is. It's a great time. It's exhausting. I'm completely wiped out when we're done, but it's so rewarding. It really is.
And you've nailed it. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of emotion. It's a lot of just physical labor, but you do it for the community. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
and when I stand back, and at the end of it, when you're hurt in more places than you can count, you know, we've done it for our community,
Yes.
Logan County, and it brings so much to the table. So
Well, I'm often asked that question, why does the Chamber of Commerce put on the biggest tourist event in Logan County? And so I've had to think about that question, and my answer's changed a little bit over the 5 years that I've done this. And number one, it's good for our community. It's
Yeah.
great for our businesses. I mean, you come down here and our restaurants are full, our hotels are full, our gas stations have great weekends. I mean, it's just countless, the number of benefits to our community. And it's a nice little fundraiser for us, and it allows us to do things like the Save Logan campaign and other initiatives that we take on that generates no revenue for us, but it's important for our community to be able to do that, and this festival helps the Chamber of Commerce do that.
how do you make it happen? I mean, it's going on in so many places at the same time.
It is. It has grown. I was sitting and thinking about this. The amount of growth that we've had since I've been here is almost, at sometimes painful. Those growing pains that you sense, but it's been all worth it. Last year we added not one, but multiple new components, like the KCBS barbecue is the most popular, I think, that we've added
Yes.
in recent years down here on the square. And I was apprehensive at first, but Chris Grau is very persuasive when he wants
Oh
to be.
yes, he's another dynamic
Yeah,
force.
and him and his group do a great job, and then we added kites, and we added free transportation just around downtown, and then to all the venues. But you asked how we do it. We start now for next year. I already have my 2013 folders on the computer, and we have stuff in it for next year. It's a year-round process, and it never stops in our office, ever.
So I don't know that we have a favorite spot. The hard part is deciding where you want to go first.
Right. It's definitely an entire weekend activity. There's no way you can see everything that we've got to offer in one day. And that's great, because we want people to come and stay or come back the next day. And I don't get to see as much of the downtown activities as I would like, because the airport is so demanding on our time, the staff time, and a lot of our key volunteers like yourself
Thank you.
and Marcia. So I think I say downtown for me, just because I haven't got to sense all of it and everything it has. I hit it here and there, and when I can, and on Sunday. But so that's my favorite, just because I've been here much.
I know this year I'm going to spend less time sleeping, and I want to spend more time downtown. I love the airport. It's absolutely beautiful. The things that are offered out there. List them.
Well, we'll start with the new one we added last year, the giant kites. They came to us
Yeah.
about 3 weeks before last year. One of our pilot liaisons, him and his wife came in, Jim and Teresa Phelan, came in and said, hey, how about kites? And I was like, oh, kites, that's cute, okay. Well, when they got here, it was phenomenal. I mean, these kites are huge, 20-foot long kites, and they're magnificent, and people were seeing them from the highway and it was bringing people into the airport because they could see these kites flying. They're coming back, and they're
Okay.
bringing more.
Oh,
Because they didn't really know what to expect. They'd never been here before. So they now know what to expect. More of them are coming. Bigger ones are coming. So they'll be here all day on Saturday. Of course, the main attraction are beautiful hot air balloons.
oh, yes.
The one thing I do always like to point out in the interviews is because our hot air balloons do not have steering wheels, they are at the mercy of the wind and the thermals in the air, so they can only go up early in the morning and early in the evening.
Right.
So, and it really is, the weather has to be perfect, which is why we bring in other components, because sometimes, we're in central Illinois, we have wind. So,
Yeah.
and if
Not,
it's
not much rain,
not
but
much rain, no.
darn good luck.
Knock on wood, we don't need rain that weekend. So we bring in other components, but I really, it breaks my heart when people come out and they expect to see the balloons all day, the whole time, and it's just not possible, it's not safe for them.
Right.
So I want to make that clear. So we've got the hot air balloons and we've got the kites. We have a beer garden, we've got a bags tournament, we've got a bocce ball tournament. We have our carnival. We've
Okay.
got tons of amazing food. We have 4 new food vendors this year.
Oh, great.
Yeah, specialty food vendors that I think people are really going to like.
Oh, the eats are delicious, let me tell you.
Definitely. Let's see, what else do we have? We have live
And?
yes, we have live entertainment. That's one thing that we did 4 years ago. We pulled the stage out of the beer tent so everybody can enjoy it. And we got a bigger stage and we bring in larger regional bands. So this year on Friday night, we have Still Kickin', very
Oh,
popular,
yeah.
first-time country band for us at our festival here. And they're out of Springfield. They've opened at our county fair a couple times for the main acts. And I know they're very popular. Our local favorite, Vintage Days, is opening for them on Friday night.
Cool.
And then Saturday, we have, Big Daddy Jasper. They're new. We just hired them. So they're gonna open early at 4 o'clock on Saturday for us. And then right after the Balloon Glow, we have our feature band, which is Kung Fu Dynamite. And I laugh because they're really, really fun, entertaining band. I have had the pleasure of seeing them several times. They're out of Springfield also. And they're just a great group of guys, and they have a great time, and they do everything. They cover everything. So.
Now, it comes down to money, let's talk about that. Do you have to pay to go hear the band?
Whatever you pay to get in the gate, that gets you can hear the band. You can view the hot air balloons and the kites, and we've got hospitality tents that you can set in and enjoy it. But if you want to eat food or have drinks, that costs some extra money.
Okay.
And then the
Well,
carnival.
expect that,
Yeah.
the reality.
But what I like to compare it to, because we've got our state fair going on right now.
Right.
It's extremely cheap. You can come to the Lincoln Art and Balloon Festival and spend $20 and have an amazing time.
Seriously.
Yeah. And we charge for parking now at the airport because we're running out of space for parking. But what we did, because we knew we were going to have to do that, is we've offered free off-site parking at what local people know as the old Walmart
Okay.
or Burger King parking lot. And that's free. And then shuttles to and from the airport, and it'll also bring you downtown. That's completely free as well. So,
Well, yeah.
so $5 to get in the gate, and if you don't want to spend another dime, you don't have to. So-
See, it doesn't get any cheaper than that.
No, it doesn't.
And downtown, excuse me, you can look at the art for nothing.
Right.
There's the barbecue thing to watch.
Yes, you can smell that for nothing too.
I know, that's all you get to do is smell.
I know. Well, we do have 4 barbecue vendors that come in and they set up amongst the competitors. 'Cause
Okay.
Our barbecue competitors can't sell by KCBS rules. So we bring in 4 vendors to sell to the community, because I would be carried out of town if I smelled up the entire community of this wonderful barbecue and didn't let anybody have any. So.
Now this KCBS, you said, so is this a sanctioned event?
It is, and it's
So then
Kansas
this-
City Barbecue Society
Okay.
Barbecue Cook-Off, and it's sanctioned through them. It's a national organization, and it's So you watch Pit Masters and things like that on
Okay.
the Food Network. Those competitions are KC Bass competitions.
And we've got that in Lincoln.
We have that in Lincoln, and we've got a guy that comes here who has won it before, like the overall. And I'm not the expert on all this. Chris Grau really is, but the guy who won like the national championship was at our event last year,
Wow.
and I think he might be coming back this year.
See?
So
You know, but what do you need the most to make this happen?
that's easy. We need people. We need lots and lots of people. We need volunteers. If the festival were to happen this weekend, we couldn't have it, and we're 2 weeks away, so I'm very nervous. We're fastly approaching 600 people to make, or
Yeah.
600 volunteer spots to make it happen.
Now, let me interrupt. In that, one person could fill 2 or 3 spots if they work 2 or 3 shifts in different places, right?
Absolutely.
So we have
Yeah.
600 openings,
Yeah.
and it's a ton of fun. It is. There's just no two ways about it.
It really is. I always think about what would I do if I wasn't in charge and had to run my head off the whole weekend. And it would be hard for me to narrow it. I'd probably switch it up. I'd probably do the beer tent in the evening when they'll make feature bands were there, because I just love watching and talking to people and the music. But I think the other thing that I would do is hand out programs or do parking at the airport, because that's where you get to see all these people that come in from all over the country.
Yes,
It's our
yes.
little community. And you get to talk to them, and they're so friendly because they're happy to be here. And you get to be the greeters to our event. And I would love to do that, because I obviously love to talk, so.
Well, another thing we share in common. But it does. It just takes volunteers, and outside of a cold bottle of water and a T-shirt, that's your thank you gift.
Well,
But
actually, we do give them a couple of other things now.
okay,
Well, the Wednesday before the event, we have a party for all of our volunteers. We invite
See?
them out and we feed them. This year, we're going to, and Region sponsors that. They're wonderful hosts. All of Region staff, Donna Boyd and her crew, come out. They serve all the volunteers. We usually get homemade cookies.
God love Maryland.
And this year we're going to serve pizza we've got 7 pizza facilities in town, and I think all 7 are going to donate pizzas.
On board. Isn't
And we're
that
going to have
great?
salad from Bonanza, and it's just wonderful. So we do that, and if you volunteer even just one shift, you get a wristband to get you out into the airport for the entire weekend.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that $5 now, if you volunteer 1 2-hour shift, you don't have to pay anything.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
But okay, I want to volunteer. How?
How do you do it?
Who do I call?
You can call our office. It's 217-735-2385, or you can go online, LincolnIllinois.com. There's a link through the Herald, Logan County Herald. You can click on our link to our website, and there's the volunteer application there. And we need everybody to fill out the application.
Okay.
And by application, name, contact information, and then there's 2 questions on there. And then you just let us know what you want to do. I mean, it's really that easy.
Yeah, I filled mine out, and I didn't even need help. I did it myself. But personally, I couldn't encourage you more to raise your hand and to sign on to this event. It really kind of makes you own a piece of it, and that's the primary reason we're here. We know what it's about. We're local. I don't know of very many people that haven't invited friends from out of town to come and see it, but give your community an hour or 2 of your time and your abilities, and you can own a piece of the festival too. So, Andy, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
You summed it up perfectly, so thank you.
Well, thanks. And it's been good to talk to you guys too. Take care.